Hello, Wizards fans. What is up? Did y'all miss me? Y'all know who it is. It's your boy, Cameron Mingo. And yes, I thought I was on vacay for my show, but I'm back with breaking news. And Wiz fans, question: y'all happy now? I bet you are happy now. Heard the news. Technically, not fired. Scott Brooks is gone. We definitely parted ways with him as head coach of the Wizards after 5 years as a head coach. Now, I had a feeling this was going to happen. Now, last week, I did say it was 50-50 that he going to come back or not because he did get us a playoff this year. But Tommy Shepard, he knows what he's doing. He said he's not coming back. So, I can understand it, but on this show, I'm not here to celebrate. I'm not here to let's go woohoo. No, I don't do it on this show. I do it somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna get to you know what I'm saying? Get to Scott Brooks' 5 years here. Now, the first year, I gotta tell you, when we hired him, he was my top choice when we got him. I ain't gonna lie. When we fired Whitman in April 2016, I said, get Scott Brooks. Get Scott Brooks. And immediately, a week or two later, we got him. And I said, thank you. And we thought, when we hired Brooks, we thought that's going to lure Kevin Durant to come DC, but it didn't work. Now, his first year, probably every young Wiz fan, probably the best season that we ever seen in years since the 70s, where we almost won 50 games. We went 49-33. Ernest Copper when we had Wall, Bill, Otto, Keith, Cortai. Probably one of the best starting fives that we ever had in forever. And we had Brandon Jennings, Kelly Oubre, Bogdanovich, and Yami and Jason Smith and Thomas Satoransky as well. But that season was the dream season for every Wiz fan. We won 49 games, like I mentioned. We went on a 17-game home winning streak. Wiz fans will never forget that. And we were the 4th seed in the East, which I didn't think we would get the 4th seed. I said we're gonna be like a 5-6 seed, but and Wiz fan that year we were almost like a 2 seed that year, but we were a 4 seed and we did get out the first round. That was the only year in Brooks' tenure we got the first round, and we were one game short of the conference finals into Boston in Game 7. Y'all remember that? And then the next year we did win. How many games we won in 2018? We won 43 games. We had high hopes that year, like high expectations. We thought we were gonna go further than ever, but it didn't work. John missed half the season. Brad was an all-star. Was his first all-star game that year, but that season was shoulda, coulda, woulda. But we did lose in the first round to who was it? To Toronto, the Raptors in 6 games, where people thought it was gonna be a sweep, but we did took 6 games. So, and then the next 2 years, I won't count this year, but the next 2 years, terrible. Especially the next year in 2019, we won 32 games and lost 50, where I thought, if you saw the roster we added Dwight Howard, then we added Austin Rivers on our team, and what do you know? Disaster because of freaking Ernie Grunfeld when he traded Kelly Oubre for a washed-up Trevor Ariza. And then he made more moves than they weren't around. Remember Jabari Parker and Bobby Portis? And that led to firing of Ernie Grunfeld, which everyone thought that if he went, Scott was gonna go, but it didn't happen. So And I thought, and I think the next season, which was the COVID year, where craziest year ever. Maybe won 25 games. And I got a question for this fan. If it wasn't for the COVID outbreak that we had last year in March, do you think Scott would have fired last season if it wasn't for COVID? To me, I think so. In my opinion, if it wasn't for COVID, he would have gone last year. But we gave him another shot because we did get invited in the bubble, but we did win one game and we brought him back for one more year, which we did indeed make the playoffs. It was make or break for him. I said, "This is this guy. It's either make or break. If you don't make it, you're out the door." But we did make it because we were like 17 and 32 during that time, and then we went on a 17 and 6 run to end the season and won the play-in tournament. But we did lose to Philadelphia in the first round, 5 games, and then 2 weeks later, which was yesterday, Scott Brooks is gone. So I did have some, there were some positives and negatives. But positive, Scott Brooks, he's just a nice guy. That's what he is. But under positive was the one season we had, the 2017 season. That was the only positive I had. But negatives, there's a couple negatives. One thing I really mad at Scott Brooks was not playing Oubre in Game 7 enough. He played like, a minute or two in Game 7. We didn't play him enough. If we played him more, we probably win the East Conference Finals that year. And the next year, he played, what's his name? I remember, what's his name? Ty Lawson. Played him over Satoransky in the playoffs over him. I thought Ty was like a secret weapon in that series, but he played just 1 or 2 games. That was it. And played Ty Lawson over him. But we did manage to win 2 games, though. So, I'll take it. And then, of course, he didn't play enough in the beginning, enough times, right? Because we're going to see him more. And we did see him more. And then it did pay off. And then, of course, remember Isaiah Thomas, where he played in the fourth quarter? No defense. Like, no D whatsoever. And then this past season, the 3-guard lineup that we had. The 3-guard lineup, where it's like, and sometimes he puts a 4-guard lineup. He puts in Russ, Ish, Neto, and Brad at the same time. I'm like, what is he doing out there? I'm like, And then we get King exposed every time. And I gotta be real. When we hired Scott Brooks, the whole 5 years, the defense was gone once Witt got fired. So who's gonna be our next coach? There's some candidates. We have we got Sam Cassell, Wes Cassell Jr., Chauncey Billups, Mark Jackson, even Rob Peck, our assistant coach. So if I'm the Wizards, there are 2 guys. They're on that list. Sam Cassell and Wes Cassell Jr. I know Wes, he has ties with the team because remember his late dad did play for the team. And I think wasn't he our assistant with Eddie Jordan at one point? I believe he was. But Sam Cassell, to me, he's my top choice. Because he will be in your face every time. Like, remember, I think he was our assistant with Wall and Beal for two seasons, 2013 and 2014. So if I'm the Wizards, I want Cassell as my coach because he is from DMV. He's from Baltimore, Maryland. You know what I'm saying? So if he gets Sam Cassell, I'll be happy. But I'm not West Trigger because his dad did play for a team. So Tommy Shepard, I know. Keep doing what you're doing because you know what you're doing, man. Because you're pushing all the right buttons. Because you're doing the undoing of Ernie Grunfeld. Because everything Ernie touches, you throw it away and make it yours. So keep it going. Because I knew when we fired Ernie, I knew the coach is next. And Brad is the only player that's left in the Grunfeld era. Can you believe that? He's the only player in the Ernie Grunfeld era that's left. And the rest, Tommy Shepard brought along. Can you believe that? Like Tommy Shepard. That's all. Hopefully he stays, man. Hopefully he gets another contract, man. If he keeps drafting right and making the right trades and free agency, give him Ted Leonsis. Give him another contract, please. Give him another contract. So anything else we want to say? But all I gotta say is, Scott Brooks, it was nice knowing you. So hopefully you find our team, because there's some coaching spots out there. There's like 6-7 spots out there you can coach, like Indiana, New Orleans, Orlando, Boston, or be it somewhere, because we've seen in past years where every time we fire someone, they don't coach no more. Cause I think we happened to Eddie Jordan only one time. I think Flip came and coached Minnesota before he passed. And then Whitman, he wasn't a coach anymore after we let him go. So wherever Scott goes, I may or may not support him, but we will see. Hopefully, if he goes to Boston over there, then no, because Boston is the enemy, and forever be the enemy until we knock them out at some point. So, anything else we want to say? So, I believe that's it. But I think I saw this tweet. I think Scott won like 180 some games as head coach. That's second most. He's won more games. Like in Whitman and Jordan. I think Jordan he won more than Witt and Scott. Cause I've been around 7 coaches. I've been around Doug Collins, Eddie Jordan, Ed Tapscott wins the interim, Flip, Whitman, and Scott. So this will be for next year. Will be my 21st year. It'll be my 7th coach at Spence. So hopefully it's the right one. So Tommy, get the right guy you want. Hopefully it's not the guy who experienced, because I think last when Ernie was there, we got some experience with Scott Brooks. So get a guy who is not experienced yet. Get a rookie coach, because we've seen rookie coaches in the past succeed, like Nick Nurse, Steve Kerr, Tyronn Lue. Those 2 guys came in championship. So get the guy who's not experienced, get them in practice and beat them at time. And then, you know what I'm saying? So we will see who our new coach is. I'll be back when we get a new coach. So that's it for now. Hopefully I'll be back soon. I was enjoying my off season when this news broke down. So thank y'all for watching, Wiz fans. Y'all know the deal. You want to follow me on Twitter? It's at Camp Mingo. Same Instagram. And my Wiz page on Twitter is at Wiz_Nation. And on Instagram is Nation_Wiz. Thank y'all. Peace.